What is going on, guys, and welcome to InfernoKun, back with my Q&A number 11. Been a while since my last one, and I'm sorry about that. I've just been busy with doing discussions for Tales, Life is Strange, and Game of Thrones, and them coming out got in the way too, and me being lazy. So I will try to do like the next one very soon. Not very soon, but like a few weeks. It won't be as long as the last one to this one will be, because that was kind of a big while, and I'm sorry about that. But anyways, if you guys do have any questions for the next one, put them down below in the comments of this video only, not on Instagram, not on Twitter, because I will forget them and leave them out. I don't know why, I just forget things. So this video only, comment section, this video. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and answer some questions. First one coming from How To Gamer asking, do you think the Foresters will get their revenge on Ludd, Gryff, Ramsay? For example, a torture scene where you get to torture them, or just die by fighting. Now, I think torture would, like, they would deserve, you know, torture. At least Gryff would, but I would love to see a one-on-one fight between Asher or Rodrik, just fighting it out with Gryff, and of course winning. I want to be like a very intense battle. I would love that. Just having, you know, seeing Rodrik and Asher, or Asher, just like fighting Gryff one-on-one and just beating him that way. And then you can choose between, not sure if they should copy the Brit fight, because that's kind of a bit too much, like how you made Brit, like, don't, like, leave him alone, then you can make him suffer, or give him a quick death, because that would be too much copying of what happened to Brit. So be creative to how you want to kill Gryff in a one-on-one fight, like, no beheading, that sounds weird, but different things you want to do to him to kill him, because definitely we have to kill him, because it has to happen. He's done too much unanswered for, and everyone wants him dead. So I would love a one-on-one fight between Asher / Rodrik versus Gryff, and of course our protagonist ending up winning. As for Ludd, I'm not sure how I want him to die, because, you know, he has to too, because he's a white heel, and he hasn't been as bad as Gryff. He's just been the guy who just oversees everything and passes bad judgment towards the Foresters. And, you know, whether he dies or not doesn't matter to me, but definitely Gryff has to die. I'm just saying that. Ramsay, you can't touch him. He's too canon, so not sure. So to answer that, yeah, I want to one-on-one fight Gryff, and maybe even just, you know, execute Ludd. But Ramsay, he's too canon, so that's impossible. Anyways, question from Wati Gaming asking, kill Ludd or Gryff? That's a good question, because if you can only choose one, who would you kill? Now, we look at him both ways. I would kill Gryff. I mean, I hate him more than Ludd. Ludd, he hasn't done anything bad. He just made us, you know, kiss his ring and do various things that are embarrassing, but Gryff had been doing the physical stuff and some embarrassing stuff too, but more physical than what Ludd has done. I think Gryff is far worse than Ludd, so definitely would go for Gryff. Ludd does have in his possession Ryan, so I guess that if you would kill Gryff, then he'd kill Ryan. And I would not want to see Gryff as Lord of House Whitehill. Not at all. He just had too much power. Anyways, moving on. Coming from Deccan asking, when you Minecraft story mode releases? Yeah. Yeah, he's just joking. But anyways, if you want to be serious, you know, when is Minecraft story mode releasing? Not sure. Probably next month, I would guess. I don't know. Anyways, question from Jack asking, do you think the recently announced Michonne miniseries will somehow be tied into the story of Season 3? Do you think it's just something Telltale is making to keep people occupied until the third season is announced? Now, yeah, Telltale was very, like, interested in working with a pivotal character like Michonne, and I think it's more for their pleasure of creating this story, like getting the comic characters to do this. Yeah, it's nothing but like to occupy us until Season 3 comes out, because they can use this to gather up data for like what they could do with Season 3, because they can't do a lot with like Michonne, obviously, because she's canon to the comics. So they could do some stuff with this series to make it, you know, prepare for season 3. So I don't think they will actually tie it into season 3 because the timeline in between, you know, this and the Telltale game is kind of different. So not sure about that. It's probably to keep us occupied, and then we'll see whenever season 3 comes out. Now it'd be cool if Michonne made an appearance, but it's kind of highly unlikely in my opinion. Okay, then you ask, who would you save from death if given an option? Given the option, and why? Jane or Asher? No question asked, I would definitely go with Asher because, no, I mean, Jane's cool. Season 2, she was cool, but over Asher, no way and no chance at all. Because, I mean, I'm not like diehard Jane, you know, oh Jane every day. I'm like, she's a cool character. Asher, I would definitely be diehard for Asher though. He is amazing. My favorite. He's almost my top favorite Telltale character in general because, you know, he's just so funny yet so talented and just so awesome. So we have to go with Asher because, you know, favorite guy. Anyway, a question from Liane asking, do you think any past characters of the Walking Dead game that left but was not killed will return in season 3? Now, it definitely is possible. I made a returning character discussion. It'll be on the screen somewhere. You can click that and go see it. It was a bit old, so, you know, not too much awesomeness there. But anyways, people like Arvo, Bonnie, Mike, maybe even Molly, Lily, who everyone thinks is Carly for some reason. Not sure why, but I get so many comments saying Lily is dead. In the DLC, she was on the side of the road, dead. That was Carly. I'm not sure why I get so many comments saying that that was Lily when it was Carly. Am I missing something? Yeah, definitely they could. You can go look through all the unknown people and they could come back. Not sure why they wouldn't, but you know, we'll see about that. Anyway, a question from Dragon Ball Radiant asking, what made you decide Rodrik had to die? I see where you're coming from about Asher just getting home, but it seems like Rodrik had a lot to live for, such as getting married and just getting back on his 2 feet. Also, you can make Beskha promise to protect him. Now, mostly that drove me to like make Rodrik stay behind is because Asher is my favorite character, and of course Rodrik is the older brother, and of course, you know, I just like Asher a lot more than Rodrik. Not a lot more, like, here's Rodrik, here's Asher, a little bit, you know, a little bit more. So, I definitely, it was a hard choice because I felt like, you know, Asher just getting home was really a big thing for me because I wouldn't want him to get home and then, oh, I'm already gonna die. Just got home. And also, he's the older brother, and of course Rodrik is the Lord, and that would be his duty to, you know, sacrifice himself for his house. And that's what he did. So, in my perspective, I think that, you know, Asher would be the one to live, given my choice. So, that's what I think. Anyways, going on. Next question coming from Ernell. The fuck? Anyways, question coming from E. Melly asking, do you think that Telltale is going to do the same thing in season 3 of The Walking Dead that they did in the first 2 seasons where almost every new character just dies? Keep up the good work. Yeah, that is a big thing because almost everybody died in season 1, and in season 2 the whole cabin group died. So that's getting a bit too predictable of what's going to actually happen because every character dies and it's kind of like, oh, you developed them but they didn't get enough development and then they die. Like, they should definitely work on their characters more and spend time actually developing them and have them have a meaningful death. Like, a character dies by saving someone or who dies by doing other things. Like, have their death actually mean something, develop them, and therefore you can hit people harder in the heart because they actually like the character or they actually know the character. Because, you know, half the time in season 2 it was like they killed off people too fast. Like Nick, for example, didn't get enough development in the first place. He had a little bit in like episodes 1 and 2, but then in 3 and 4 he was just, you know, laid back. Nothing happened with him basically, and he was kind of thrown away a little bit. Also with people like I would guess Carver, he died way too early, and then stuff like that. So I hope they don't. They should definitely develop their characters a lot longer, like probably like, you know, just develop them. They're doing a better job at that in Game of Thrones and Tales, so hopefully it leaks into Walking Dead Season 3. Anyways, we'll go ahead and move on. Question from Lane asking, do you think Garrett will have a choice between Connor and Finn, who lives and dies? If so, who would you save? Now, I'm going to change that to Sylvie because Finn met his untimely demise in episode 5, so might as well throw in Sylvie and Connor because they're two siblings and both have their use. Now, Connor is our friend, and, you know, he helped us kind of escape Castle Black. And then we have Sylvie, who is our guide to finding the North Grove. And you're kind of wondering, you know, would you choose your friend or your kind of newly developing friend who knows the North and can help us find the North Grove? Who would you choose? Now, I like Sylvie. She's cool, but it'd be a hard choice because Carter is also cool. He's a nice dude if you know, be nice to him. He definitely understands, you know, what your house is going through. And Sylvie, she's kind of a bit too, you know, wanting to just be safe, and she can help us find the North Grove. So I probably go with Sylvie. Not sure why. I just like her. She's cool. Anyways, so go ahead and move on. You ask if you had the option to kiss Sasha as Reese, would you? I definitely would, because why not? I mean, if it was there, I already gave her the flower, and then I already hit her butt, as, you know, what would be a name between, like, Reese and Handsome Jack? Handsome Reese, yeah, Handsome Reese smacked her on the butt. So, you know, why not? Go ahead and do that. Anyways, question from There Could Only Be Juan, who is no longer with us as a YouTube channel, so I might as well throw this in as a memorial. What do you think the North Grove is? Now, I made a discussion. There'll be one right here, or like, you know, two of them. One about Sylvie, one about, you know, the Ice Dragon and stuff like that. So I'll throw some discussions up there. We heard rumors about it being a citadel and having kids that can turn to giants and ice dragons. So I'm gonna throw in just it being like having an ice dragon inside of it as a guardian, and the people who went there to find a place where it never came out, they are still in there too. And maybe it's some kind of like fortress of ironwood. Not sure what will be in it, but it has to be something related to ironwood. That's what I'm thinking. So maybe some kind of fortress or something. We'll see about that. I'm not entirely sure. We have just rumors about it in the 5 episodes we've been through. So hopefully in episode 6 the mystery is unveiled. Anyways, moving on. Question from Jordan asking, what do you think of the Walking Dead TV show? Do you like it? Who's your favorite characters on the show at this point? Now, the TV show is definitely really, really good. It's probably one of my favorite TV shows. You know, not my top favorite TV show right now, but it's definitely up there with like Game of Thrones and other shows. I definitely do love it. And my favorite characters are definitely, one would be Sasha. She's cool. She's been through a lot, and you know, stuff like that. I won't spoil anything, just so you know. 2 would have to be Glenn, because, you know, Glenn's pretty cool. Definitely funny at times, and definitely really, really awesome. Him and Maggie definitely have a really good relationship, and I just love that. Then we have 3 would have to be Michonne, because she's completely badass in every way. Had to pick somebody that was like her, so definitely, yeah, Sasha, Glenn, and Michonne. Moving on, question from JSRTV, or JRSTV, can never say that right. Do you think that Minecraft story mode will have choices like the other games? Yeah, because Telltale follows a working formula, you know. 5 choices, and they do that very well with their game. So if all was a very, you know, simple format that they use for every game, Small hub sections, 5 choices, other things. Diamond block will remember that. Stuff like that. I mean, nothing more. Is there a reason why you stopped making playthroughs on other games than Telltale Games? Now, problem with that, I like playing games at my own pace. Like, for example, my Steam library, Batman Arkham Knight, for example. I probably couldn't do a Let's Play of that because I like sitting down with my controller, laying back with my controller and just gaming. I don't like having to, you know, I don't have a setup where I can just like sit down and just, you know, play comfortably with a controller and just, you know, record and stuff like that. Like, for example, Far Cry, I would usually just, you know, sit up, play it, stop recording, and then next day play it for a while, stop recording. It gets annoying, and I want to play at my own pace. That's why I don't play any other games than Telltale or Life is Strange, because I can sit down for like 2 hours and play that episode. For games like Bioshock Infinite and what else I got here? Fallout New Vegas, I can't play those in like 2 hours. I would have to play those like in increments of time, and it's really annoying for me. So that's why I do that. And then you ask, what's your biggest fear? Now, I can't think of one, but like, if I had to, I would definitely have to put being negative, like myself being negative. Whenever I get like, well, I don't get many, but whenever I get like negative comments on my YouTube, I'm like, I don't respond with like, oh, you know, curse words and bad things like that. I say thank you for your support. Like, thank you for your support. There'll be a little image from Naruto. Yeah, I don't like being negative. I just found it like really I kind of fearful of the outcome of me being negative for some reason. Like, if someone says your channel sucks to me, I'd be like, thank you for your feedback, and after I go about doing that, I'm not sure why. I just hate being negative, and something about me, you know. So, anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Question from Hunter asking, can you imagine Fiona as a potential Vault Hunter in the future of the Borderlands franchise? Definitely. I would love to see her in Borderlands 3 because they definitely are working on that as we speak, maybe. So, if she's in Borderlands 3 playable, that would be great. Because we have her story in Tales, so playing as her would make it like a lot more enjoyable. A character you know you're playing as, that's pretty awesome. So definitely would love to see Fiona as a Vault Hunter. Not sure what her power would be, because you know everybody else has, you know, cloaking and shields and phase locking and stuff like that. It's pretty, you know, unique how Vault Hunters have their own powers, but what would Fiona have? She's only a con artist at the moment, and I'm not sure what she would have as a power. Maybe in episode 5 they'll unveil her having, you know, some kind of power that she can use to fight with guns and stuff, and that would be pretty useful. So anyways, then you ask, who is your favorite and least favorite siren? Favorite is definitely Maya. She's my favorite. I play as her in Borderlands 2. Love her. She's definitely pretty awesome. And least favorite would have to be Angel. She wasn't really the, you know, the best siren. She didn't really, I don't know, she was imprisoned by Jack, so, you know, she didn't have much to do. But other than her tricking us and helping us and tricking us again and helping us, yeah, wasn't a fan of that. So, you know, had to be Angel. Anyways, moving on. Question from Oob Gaming asking, what is your favorite anime? It would definitely have to be Naruto Part 1 and Part 2, because I grew up watching Part 1 and I still watch Part 2. The manga ended recently, so sad about that. I mean, I love that series, man. So then you ask, are you familiar with SAO? Yeah, I definitely am. I watched a few episodes. Haven't had time to watch most of it because I'm watching a lot of anime right now. I'm watching Maggie, the Labyrinth of Magic right now, and I'm watching Natsu no Taizai. So yeah. And then you ask, what 9 plus 10 is 19? Were you expecting a different answer? I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, so go ahead and move on. Then you ask, would you play or do a theory discussion with a viewer that theorizes like you? Problem with that is that I am very short on time. Like, I pick random and pretty random dates on when I do my discussions, because I do them like late at night, and I'm not sure, because like I'm very random. I'm more of a solo guy, honestly. I only do discussions with like people that I know, because I know their outcome of what's going on, because I know them. But other than that, I'm not sure if I can do theories with people other than my friends or myself, because I just not fit for that. I don't know. So I mean, I would like to, but I'm not sure if I would be good at, you know, doing it with somebody else other than myself or my friends that I know. So that's what I would say to that. Then question from Lord Rodrik Forrester asking, will Michonne happen? Now, as of episode 4, I don't think anything happened, honestly. So episode 5 could be an option, because like I don't see how it could happen, because Reese and Fiona, they don't like each other in the future, because they kind of like they spit on each other, and they, you know, Fiona punched them, and it's kind of a bit like what's going on between them. So it wouldn't make sense for them to have a relationship in, you know, as of right now, because they hate each other in the future. But it would be cool to see, you know, if they were kind of, you know, messing around in the past, but they kind of like grew hate for each other in the future. So, you know, I'm not sure how it will happen, but, you know, it'd be cool if it would happen. I mean, let the fans have what they want. If they want Risha, give them Risha. If they want Michonne, give them Michonne. Come on now. Anyways, question from Ethman the Best asking, do you think there's going to be a Tales from the Borderlands Season 2? I think it's a one-off thing. Like, I would love to see a Season 2, but I think that Tales is kind of preparing for Borderlands 3, because they're doing some pretty big stuff, like a new vault hunter like Fiona, the story of Athena and Scooter, what happened to him. Yeah, it's pretty big stuff happening in Tales, and it might just be a preparation for Borderlands 3 from what I think. So maybe after Borderlands 3 is released, there could be a Tales Season 2, but I'm not sure about that, because this series has been #1 for me right now, and I love it. So anyways, moving on, question from, oh yeah, we're done. So yeah, that was my Q&A. If you guys did enjoy, leave a thumbs up, and don't forget, comment down below your question for the next Q&A. Sorry for the hold on the Q&A. It's just been a lot of, you know, working for media on discussions and Let's Plays. Yell at me if I get too lazy on this stuff. So, you know, thank y'all for watching, thank y'all for your support, and I'll see you guys next time on the Q&A. Peace out.